Save our planet. World headed for global warming in excess of 1.5 degrees Celsius. A new report, jointly issued by Britain's Grantham Research Institute on Climate Change and the Environment, the Centre for Climate Change Economics and Policy, and the Met Office Hadley, has concluded that the world is most likely headed for global average temperature increases above 1.5 degrees Celsius.
The report goes on to warn that although all efforts need to be made to reduce temperatures, it may be too late if the warming triggers certain tipping points, such as widespread permafrost melt, which could release dangerously high levels of methane that, in turn, would cause irreversible global warming. Currently, developed countries have only pledged carbon dioxide emission reductions of up to 19% compared to 1990 levels, which does not meet the standards recommended by the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and could thus bring about runaway global warming along with more extreme disasters.
During a recent third round of talks held in Bonn, Germany by the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, or UNFCCC, delegates from 178 nations gathered with those most vulnerable to global warming, such as in Africa and Asia, urging for bolder emissions reductions, especially from developed countries. UNFCCC Executive Secretary Christiana Figueres spoke of the coming major conference in Cancun, Mexico, suggesting a focus on financial and other practical assistance to help developing countries adapt to the already evident impacts of climate change.
From the north, you have desertification. In the east, you have erosion. And in the southwest, you have coastal erosion.
Because we are highly vulnerable. We are hit by 22 storms every year, and we're a low-lying archipelagic community. So are many other communities like us. So we'd like to see how the world is confronting this daunting threat of disaster. But it's not just a disaster. Scientists are saying that we don't face up to it and we allow the temperature to rise, we allow carbon dioxide to accumulate, we'll be wiped out as a people, as a community. And even the rich communities are not safe from these.
Members of the Supreme Master Ching Hai International Association were present during the Bonn meeting to advocate the fastest, most effective measure to halt global warming, an organic vegan diet and policy. Receiving informative SOS flyers and DVDs, as well as free delicious vegan food, conference delegates shared their thoughts on the plant-based diet solution to climate change.
We have a lot of pollution in our water bodies. And also we have a lot of land degradation due to abattoir waste, flood and everything. I think if we really manage and shift to vegetarian diet, it will help environment and help us as human beings.
This is a good time to change the way of life. You know, how we deal with this, especially foods, or we deal with the energy consumptions.
If we eat vegetable, so the science says we'd be able to save ourselves.
We thank the participants of the UNFCCC conference in Bonn, as well as Grantham Research Institute on Climate Change and the Environment, the Centre for Climate Change Economics and Policy, and the Met Office Hadley for your planet-saving efforts. Our prayers for the cooperation of governments towards a sustainable Earth for all nations, especially through their adoption of the vital organic vegan solution.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has long been suggesting that world leaders stop livestock activities as the most effective way to cool the planet in overcoming climate change, as in this August 2009 video conference in Thailand.
I hope the government would please make it into law to forbid killing of animals, to forbid animal livestock raising, if they are truly the leaders that pledge to protect their people, to improve their country in many aspects. Then this is the first step we have to do. Stop the meat industry, stop the fish industry, stop the dairy industry. Then our planet will be the way it was, and even better. To save the planet, there's only one way to stop the cost. That is the animal industry. By all means, in all aspects, we have to do it. Spread information, encourage everyone, inform everyone to be vegan.